Sonia newe yepa. Ibo gweru, Sonia ibo gweru. Ibo Sonia ibo gweru. Ibo Sonia newe yereje. Ani ye. Ibo Sonia newe. Ibo Sonia. Kaiwa Sonia Ibo Sonia. Kaiwa Sonia Ibo Sonia. Sonia oye pa o. Mon ponyo azu newe yeyi. Mama blebwe, kwewa ye. Mama blebwe, kwewa ye. Mama blebwe, Kaiwa Sonia Ibo Sonia. Ina yuwe, Sonia ina yuwe. Tuane won pare bayu, ina yuwe yo. Sonia, danya ijepo. Nyowe newe yeba. Ibo Sonia newe yepa. Adu Sonia adu blonde. Sonia zamande mo. Ibo Sonia zamande mo. Tous avec la foi pour le développement de Diopé. On est yeraje. Ibo Sonia ne yerajo. Ibo Sonia newe yeraje. Ibo Sonia bebla mon baeli. Amwa jebia. Aplaude. Au son agbayi. Il me yon de ko. One day black. Deba où? Ajaja. Gbogbo àwọn wo wọ́n ìbẹ́ táwọn dé yó ìgbò mọ́ náà ṣàwọn dé má dáa gbogbo àwọn kò yẹ wọ́n ṣe kọ́ wọ́n dé yó sí agé yìí wọ́n yọ àwọn wo yóò sọmayi àwọn dé yó táìmọ́ mi àjígbà yẹ gbogbo ọba mọ́tò rẹ̀. Fẹ́mi jòjò yan bí àjẹyọ̀ jà pa. Ju ètò àdánù wọn. Ṣọ̀ṣẹ́ ni ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kúrọ̀mù. Màrẹ́ ni máa yà wá. Ṣọ̀ṣẹ́ ni màrẹ́ ni máa yà wá. Àbíàsó abẹ́yà bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹra wọn kọ̀ wó. Àtẹ́lẹ̀ gẹ̀gbẹ́ wọn yan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹra yàn kọ̀ wó. Àtẹ́lẹ̀ zòyà wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí. Sonia yon ble dede. Iwe Sonia yon ble dede. Abonyo suwo yon ble dede. Abonyo suwo biba yon ble dede. Nyosemo moye program ya o.
We're this program rolling right now. We will get this program on the way right now from here this morning. We will be getting your immediate reactions from today's program. The confirmation team. Again, we want to welcome all of you here this morning, and I will have a good discussion yet in a very honest fashion as well. I am Alfonso Z and Sort of the Liberia Public Radio and LP. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see here. Let's have the discussion here this morning. Good morning, good afternoon to wherever you are. I'm Alfonso Z and Sort of the Liberia Public Radio and LPR TV. We want to welcome all of our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you this morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Joining us here, I'm the New England Bureau. We want to welcome all of our viewers and listeners here this morning. So quickly here, just give me a break. Let me answer to one of our guys. Folks, please bear with us. We are getting some urgent call here. Okay, well, the bottom line, we want to get what believes to be one of the contentious confirmation process that took place in the nation's capital. In the capital this morning, the deputy minister designated by the Republic of Liberia, President Dr. George Weah alias Zolizo. It was quite fascinating this morning. The social network is set ablaze. And as usual, Liberia Public Radio always like to keep track and follow events as it happens. And so we want to welcome you to this morning podcast. Joining us, all our valuable listeners and followers, Mr. Arthur Dweji is currently in Liberia. Mr. Dweji, good evening, and I'm quite sure I saw you this morning monitoring. My man Moses, good morning, Lady T, Francesca, and all of these beautiful people and die-hard fans of the Liberia Public Radio and LPR TV. Let's get right to the point here. Let's give you a sense of the introductory aspect, how it happens. But I believe, and we're going to be giving our own analysis, our own personal take. That's not a judgment. Don't take it in a bank and say that's the end of it. No, we will wait. But it was quite fascinating to see the lawmakers and some of the things that are happening. But I saw the Minister of Agriculture designate. From all indications, she was very prepared. She was in control. She was well controlled. She knew what she was saying. That's my initial reaction. But let's go to the most contentious confirmation in recent time, if you will. Zolizo, that's the Deputy Minister Designate, Administrator of Defense for Operations, this morning on Capitol Hill. Let's roll the tape, and then we will give you a sense, and we're going to have a discussion here.
Automobile collection.
Is it true?
Is it true?
Nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So let me go.
It's the chairman and member of the Committee on Defense for which is qualified.
Thank you. Honorable Tapley Davis. Do I have that right?
Yes, Honorable Senator.
Okay. You have been nominated by the President of the Republic of Liberia for the position of the Deputy Minister for Administration, or Operation, Ministry of National Defense. All right?
Correct, Honorable Senator.
Our job here today, there is a committee on national defense, security, intelligence, and veterans affairs. Our job here today is to conduct a confirmation hearing, which will examine your suitability for the position to which you have been nominated. So you are on oath, and whatever that you say to this committee, we expect it to be the truth.
Correct. The testimony about the case
And to my recollection,
and to my recollection
is the truth,
is the truth,
nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
It's the chairman and member of the Committee on Defense, Professor Stolifan. Thank you. Honorable Tapley Davis. Do I have that right?
Yes, Honorable Senator.
Okay. You have been nominated by the President of the Republic of Liberia for the position of the Deputy Minister for Administration, or Operation, Ministry of National Defense. Correct?
Correct, Honorable Senator.
Our job here today, there is a committee on national defense, security, intelligence, and veterans affairs. Our job here today is to conduct a confirmation hearing which will examine your suitability for the position to which you have been nominated. So you are on oath, and whatever that you say to this committee, we expect it to be the truth.
Correct. The testimony about the case
And to my recollection,
and to my recollection
is the truth,
is the truth,
nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
It's the chairman and member of the Committee on Defense, Professor Stolifan. Thank you. Honorable Tapley Davis. Do I have that right?
Yes, Honorable Senator.
Okay. You have been nominated by the President of the Republic of Liberia for the position of the Deputy Minister for Administration, or Operation, Ministry of National Defense. Correct?
Correct, Honorable Senator.
Our job here today, there is a committee on national defense, security, intelligence, and veterans affairs. Our job here today is to conduct a confirmation hearing which will examine your suitability for the position to which you have been nominated. So you are on oath, and whatever that you say to this committee, we expect it to be the truth.
Correct.
Thank you. Honorable Tapley Davis. Do I have that right?
Yes, Honorable Senator.
Okay. You have been nominated by the President of the Republic of Liberia for the position of the Deputy Minister for Administration, or Operation, Ministry of National Defense. Correct?
Correct, Honorable Senator.
Our job here today, there is a committee on national defense, security, intelligence, and veterans affairs. Our job here today is to conduct a confirmation hearing which will examine your suitability for the position to which you have been nominated. So you are on oath, and whatever that you say to this committee, we expect it to be the truth.
Correct.
Honorable Tapley Davis. Do I have that right?
Yes, Honorable Senator.
Okay. You have been nominated by the President of the Republic of Liberia for the position of the Deputy Minister for Administration, or Operation, Ministry of National Defense. Correct?
Correct, Honorable Senator.
Our job here today, there is a committee on national defense, security, intelligence, and veterans affairs. Our job here today.
Okay, the video there is somehow sticking, but let's go on some of the action this morning, and you will get some of the soundbite as to exactly what really transpired this morning, and you will know exactly what it looks like. Let us go right to it here, and I'm going to play this video here where this lawmaker here and will be able to get a discussion here. Let me just see, hopefully, because this seems to be repeating, and I'm going to go back to the other video that has all of the information where he did an introductory part this morning. So just hold on with me here, folks. Bear with me, and we will be able to get that as well. I'm a Susie, and so let's see here quickly, and we will be able to get this portion going as well. All right. So let me see here quickly.
We examine your suitability for the position to which you have been nominated. So you are on oath, and whatever that you say to this committee, we expect it to be the truth.
Let's get this one here going and see. Hopefully, you will listen to one of the lawmakers as we try to get the introductory part 2 of the program. That video courtesy of Spoon TV is being repeated. But for the most part, most of you listen to the interview, the confirmation to hear it this morning. So let's wait and see what this senator has to say. I'm trying to pick up this senator here. Let's listen to this senator, and you will get a sense exactly what it looks like. I will pause, and you will get to know it. Let's listen.
They get overzealous because of the experience of the war from Iraq, from wherever, and they talk first before they commit the massacres. So you scare us, and because you scare us so much, you really need to go for de-traumatization first. I mean, you really need that. And you save yourself the embarrassment of this discussion if you had told President Weah that, bossman, I think the way I am now, if I go into that position, I will kill people. I don't kill anybody. The whole time I was in Iraq, where we were killing people, you don't kill anybody. The whole time we were in Afghanistan, when we were killing people, the soldiers that were there, they were not there having birthday parties. They were killing people. But you alone went there, you don't kill nobody, and probably didn't see anybody killing anybody. And you came back. In this situation, gentlemen, I want to be very, very honest with you. I would think that you do this country a favor by getting out of that thing. Don't put us through the embarrassment of rejecting you because you have given indication from what I've read to you, what you yourself have admitted, that you are not suitable for the position. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, you directed this microphone to me 2 different times.
And you're the only doctor we got here.
And I hesitated and said, let me hear more from the nominee. And I think I expected the nominee, especially, we took some time, colleagues, to call for this confirmation, hoping that the nominee would devote some time to either overcoming some of his anger that may have prompted the release of the video. And I'm already talking about post-traumatic stress disorder. And we know that
that is a situation, that is a condition that many people that go for warfare or that in the army tend to suffer from. As a medical doctor, reading your mind. And I think you have a problem with anger management. Because if you knew you were coming to this confirmation, the way you were talking down there, it's like you still giving orders to the military. Many of the colleagues try to, and don't forget, these are things that we talk about among ourselves. We were looking for remorse. You showed no remorse for what you said. You showed no remorse. You still trying to justify that you went through so many destruction in this country, so you deserve the right to say what you said. And you know, aside myself, very disappointed. And I think anybody that performs, that did something and comes before a group of people like this body and shows remorse, and is apologetic for what was said. We are human beings. There are ways that we can consider.
Senator, hold on, y'all. Let us quiet the noise now, please.
Well, it was back in last Deputy Minister for Operations Destiny.
Gentlemen, if I were you, you would answer the questions that were posed to you, whether or not you posted this video and you said these things. If you are able to say it and say you're not a killer, but the things you said are the things that killers say before they kill. All of you from the military, and we know many people who came from the military who are involved in the massacres in the United States. They get overzealous because of the experience of the war, from the and they talk first before they commit the massacres. So you scare us. And because you scare us so much, you really need to go for de-traumatization first. I mean, you really need that. And you save yourself the embarrassment of this discussion if you had told President Weah that, Bossman, I think the way I am now, if I go into that position,
let's get to the discussion here this afternoon. Pretty well you saw what happened for most of you, everybody covered on the on social media during the confirmation process today. But that was very, very much strange from what we were playing or hearing from the lawmakers and some of them what they were saying. So let's just start getting your immediate reaction today. You watched the confirmation of Zoli Zod Taplat, aka Taplat Davis, I believe, who is the Deputy Minister for Operations designated by the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. George Weah. He faces one of the tough confirmations ever that I've seen in recent times since the confirmation process. There is a divided house. Those that support the agenda of the government, they will also argue that Taplat, aka Zolizo, did well, and those on the other side will say no, he did not do well. But what you make of the confirmation? I saw that from start to finish, even though there were some network issues off and on from front page to Spawn TV, which of course they did a lot well. And you saw the contention that developed right within the confirmation hall, supposedly believing that some of his supporters were there at the same time. Usually people go over people to cheer them. But let's see here. Let's get your reaction from all we know for now. What is the possibility in terms of this young man here? And he said he started on a good footing, but it came a time he began to fumble when questions were asked from the senators as to what he's bringing to the table, and like what Senator Coleman said, that remorse was saying there. But I was also shocked thought that one of the lawmakers or somebody would display or point to the video in questions where he allegedly to make those sort of comments. But we saw something very different, very unusual in the confirmation process in the history of our country to date, getting the sense and the reactions and some of the vocalness and how bravery some of these lawmakers were speaking. That speaks volumes in itself that probably they are trying to recalibrate and to solidify their position. Remember 2020 is also around, and most of them will be seeking re-elections. In fact, out of the 15, only one is going to retirement, and so all of the other rest, the 14 will be seeking, for most counted, they will be seeking re-elections. And apparently now they are aware Liberians' eyes are open to electors are closely watching the development unfolding. So let's get your immediate reactions. You can join our YouTube page channel as well to follow us. You go on the official website of the Liberia Public Radio or LPR TV as well. You will get us live as well to follow the podcast into this broadcast. So let's get your immediate reaction as usual. We always allow you to participate. And so if you get our number, the number is 682-338802, and you will form part of this program as well. I'm Alfonso Ziensot of the Liberia Public Radio and LPR TV. This afternoon right here is 1:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from the New England Bureau. Don't forget to join the Liberal Progressive of the Liberia Public Radio, LPR TV, Samson Brown Toll, and he will also be here as well. But in the meantime, the phone line, I'm going to be taking the number right now, and we're going to be having your honest observation to take from what you see or what you heard today in today's confirmations of Zolizo, aka Zolizo, the Minister for Operations designated by the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. George Weah. Okay, let me pick up this number here. Hello, caller, are you there? Good morning or afternoon. Good. How are you?
I'm fine. My name is Benson Mason, and I'm calling from Texas.
Okay, Ben, how are you today, my dear brother?
I'm all right. I kind of like feel a little bit joyful in my heart.
You feeling what?
I'm feeling a little bit joyful.
What? Oh, joyful in your heart?
Yeah.
Share that joy. Share that joy with us.
Well, you see, we always have said that our legislatures did not know their function.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched that hearing today, that confirmation hearing. I watched even the one with the agriculture minister.
The minister, yeah. Okay.
Yes, but I enjoyed the question. Now, if they confirm him, I will have no problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be honest with you. He's a Liberian brother. I have a lot of regards for him. But he had to come to face his demon.
Right.
And that's what he did today. He stood there and he lied. They know that he lied. He stood there and he was, at the end of the day, be able to say, look, if I said that, I'm sorry. That kind of apology is not accepted. But again, the Senate put him to the table and put him in a corner to sound, instead of like a man, a military valor, he sounded like a little guy, crying with nowhere to turn, stuttering. And look, I felt for the brother. And I know he regrets those sycophant utterance. You know, they say when you got aspiration and your ego is big,
right,
what you say and what you do, you must guide it. And look, the Senate did well. I must not lie to you. The Senate did very well in questioning this brother as to his intent. You know?
No. Okay.
That's a good CV. Let's be honest. He does have a good CV. But his utterances, and one of the things that they didn't even question him on was the time he was calling on people to go and drag down the director for the NSA. Go and drag down Eugene from the information ministry, because they are now part of CDC. And then you're going to be here in the military. You're going to be in operation in the military. Look, I must not lie to you, my brother. I just enjoy how they push this brother, and it gives all of us an idea that if we want political position, if we have political ambition, let us watch what we say. Let us watch how we treat our fellow Liberians, because it's most important to us how we treat them, because they are the same one we're going to be going back to ask them to give us political powers. Man, that hearing was great. It was great, and I would not take anything from the Senate. They went all out on him. They went all out. They were even giving the man hints to show remorse.
And that's exactly what I was watching very, very carefully, even though in as much the network was bad, but they was giving him, they were trying to guide him through the process, but he could not really, for some reason, he could not grab what they were saying, whether it was on purpose. And I have no doubt, not to cut you, our breaking part, George, one of the reasons that we saw the delay in this year, which is also it happens here, when you see a nominee or when something seems to be controversial, right? It's always the case. The president, the Senate here, who is in there, they will try to lobby it around the people for whatever reason I believe to do it. So he had an ample time to put himself in that position to show some sort of remorseness and say, hey, you know what? I'm a human being. We all make mistakes down the road. I have said some ridiculous thing. You have said some. But I think they gave him all of the options, and he did not just, he was still some sort of defiant, and I think that really makes it very difficult for him today.
You see, my brother, our brother, that's the thing that he's pompous. That he has no equal. You see, when you pompous, you don't seek advice. The brother was appointed in December. He was appointed, he went to Liberia at the end of December. Okay?
Yeah.
And getting in Liberia at that time, he should have started soliciting advice from veterans. This is what do you think I can do? How can I or navigate myself through this time, through this season, so that I don't come out looking bad? Please give me some advice. Please help me out. The brother was not, he didn't even seek any advice from nobody. I bet 90%
whether he was willing to get that advice too, that's another portion of it. Or whether somebody advised and he's decided to do something different too, that's another version of it.
Well, you see, when a man is willing for advice, he go and seek it. When he's not willing for advice, he sit down for it to come to him and he doesn't take it. So he was not willing for advice, so he didn't seek it at all.
Okay. So, based here, we another one here. We just try to profile what is happening. Those the decision maker ultimately it were those men and women folks that will carry out the confirmations and their own findings will be sent to the president, whether accepting or rejecting. But from the letter that you saw today, what does that suggest to you? If we were to ask you for a definitive positions as to what would be the decisions of the Senate, the confirmation team.
Trust me, I saw the Senate leaning more in rejection than in acceptance.
Okay.
I saw the Senate because all the hints, the guy did not catch up on it. He did not pick up on it. He did not pick up on any hints. So I saw them leaning more. About 3 or 4 of them were kind of like disappointed in him. So like they threw their hands up and said, "Well, get the hell out of here." That's why. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, it's good for us to get our people reaction. We have to be part of the process in Liberia, positively, constructively, and be able to make a meaningful contribution. Thank you so much. Don't hesitate to call back just in case it pop in mind.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I will.
All right. Okay, let me come down here. 678 number here 282. Now, Pa George is on the line from Atlanta City, and I'll be coming down to 410 and 612. Pa George.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so today for so long, you and I and others, we have badged the Senate, rubber stamp, and called them all sort of names. But it seems for them to show strength and point out some of the ills today. What was your own observation in that confirmation process today?
First thing, let me say this. I want to be very cautious about the Senate. I don't want to come here and start giving them all the praises.
Anything can happen, right?
Anything can happen. Because that room that they can come on, and the next day they say, no, it's confirmed. They had done it before. So I don't want to give them all the compliments. I'm very cautious, and let me see how this process will end. But the same thing, every day we're repeating on these shows that some all go on. Be careful with your utterances. Be careful with your utterances. Because Liberia is like that today, but it may not be like that tomorrow. And with social media, I heard somebody saying, the video that we are seeing of you, it raises doubt in our mind about you. Behavior.
So, okay, in that point, not to cut you off, I'll come to the other guy. In that point, the senators and some of them, they try to be conciliatory. We all make mistakes. We all made some stupid and ugly statement in the past. None of us here would say they have not said anything ridiculous. But that was a calling point there, and that what I thought you would have pivoted first and foremost. But he was going on explaining, and you heard one of the senators clearly in the tape was like giving justification to his actions. He worked hard for his tape, so he was not willing to show remorse like the other senator said. I think that's where this whole thing went off the rail.
Yeah, but Mr. So, this is why we say when people are ignorant, that's the only way I can describe such a man. Because anybody, if you're looking for something, Mr. So, I know I have done something and I'm supposed to come to you to talk to you. The first thing I do is to show remorse. To say, look, yeah, Mr. So, I did this. But it was not my intention. But because also things happened, I made it. So I'm sorry. You know, that someone will have compassion on you. But if you don't show remorse and you try to justify your action, then how can people have compassion on you? And it is exactly what I meant that that young man was very arrogant. Pompous. Because the issue is the thing that nominate you, you just supposed to sail through water, no branch, and then you must just go through.
Okay.
Because if the young man knew exactly, he been like since December, he would have gone to some of those senators.
That's what I'm coming to. Exactly.
These people are so these people are not educated, but they pretend to say that they are very smart. But these guys are idiots. That man will have gone to those senators.
Go to a member of the committee. You will have access to them and start having one-on-one conversations and explaining yourself and start selling yourself. By the time you get in the confirmation room, the deal is already sealed. Whether I don't care how it looks like, and you're going to get a sense of some of them will come out and tell you is what they looking forward and how they're going to welcome you and all of that. But I'm not sure what I want to appoint these people to even go forward to see, to get themselves acquainted to these committee members and people that have oversight over the responsibility they're going to be doing. Okay, Pa Joy, hold on 1 second. Don't go. Let me just bring you another number here. 410 number 1243. Are you there, caller? What's your name and where you calling from?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. So, for taking my call. My name is Joseph Canto, and I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina, sir.
Okay, Ty. Good morning, Chief, and good that you're here with us. It's quite fascinating and interesting to see what is unfolding. I believe you had a chance to, if not all, to of the confirmation type process, especially with the Deputy Minister for Operations Designate. Did you had a chance to see that?
Yes, sir, I did. Before I move forward, sir, if I may.
Sure.
First of all, I know Mr. I know him personally. I served 13.5 years in the armed forces of the United States. Mr. Tara David and myself were assigned with the 1st Brigade Combat Team, 2nd Infantry Division in South Korea.
Yeah, here in the USA.
Yes, but then senior, our higher ranking than he was.
Okay.
He and myself, we ate in the same pen. Now, our people can sit back in the same pen.
Right.
We drank from the same, cup. And what I feel, this is somebody that I know personally. I was kind of dumbfounded when I watched Mr. Zolizo live when he was making all the utterances. And I took upon myself to reach out to him. I told him before hearing.
Hold on 1 second. You mean during his before his nomination, during his podcast and all of that?
Yeah, long before he nominated. Okay. Long before that, it was around the June 7th protest in Liberia around that time.
Okay.
And I listened to him. He talked about the government. He will use his blood to defend Georgia government, and that they should go and drag people who were not members of the CDC, back then that are in government. They should go to the NSA. They should drag, the director and other people from there. They should drag Mr. Eugene Nangwe from the Information Ministry and all those things. And the thing about people, if someone was to go, he got his property in Liberia, all the protests they're doing, if somebody go to his place, they destroy his property, he was going to kill people. You're going to, you protest, you're going to kill them. I reached out to him as a friend. I said, look, these things that you are saying, you need to stop. You need to apologize to Liberian people for what you are saying, because as a professional soldier, I am a decorated veteran of foreign war of the United States government. I led people children. I led people children in the combat between life and death. I did that. I'm a Bronze Star recipient and many other high awards of the United States military.
Thank you for your service to this nation. Thank you very much.
So moving forward, I talked to him. He rejected it. In fact, he went on to say that he didn't know me. He said he didn't know me like that. That's what he said. In fact, I went on. He can't
remember you or what?
He said he doesn't know me like that. He knows me because even that very time that I'm talking about before I reached to him. If I reach out to him, when I went on his podcast, he's even called my name. Oh, welcome, Joseph Canto. He knows me personally. So, then moving forward from there, when he got nominated, all these things, I went on Sekus's show. I went on this guy, the Dakbana show. I went on Christmas show, and we discussed all these things. And over and over, in fact, he and myself we were texting back and forth on Facebook or on Messenger that, telling him that he needed to apologize because I felt that he misspoke and what he said, it was not right, it was wrong. He needed to apologize to Liberian people. As a professional military personnel, you do not talk like that, So having said that, I want to disagree with Senator Comte Wiese for a second. Just because you were trained by the United States military and you went to war, it doesn't mean that you just go about and kill people like what he said. First of all, in the military we have what we call hostile intent and hostile act.
Okay.
The two you can differentiate them. And first of all, on hostile intent, for example, maybe somebody got a weapon in the hand, the weapon is loaded, putting the weapon in the air. That's a hostile. Intent. But they have not pointed this weapon at you, so it is not an hostile act. Once they make the attempt to point this weapon at you, then it becomes a hostile act. That's the reason why the United States military put in place what they call escalation of force procedure. Okay? There are several steps you have to go through before you use deadly force. You only use deadly force at the last minute. So you are required to use proportional force.
Right.
What do I mean? Knife at you, and you go, you shoot them with a 50 caliber machine gun or anti-aircraft machine gun. That's not proportional force.
Completely disproportional.
Right, completely disproportional. So all these things, we know are veteran and active duty members of the armed forces of the United States. But we have some of our brothers when they serve in the service, they make it seem like you can just go anywhere and just shoot up people. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't.
So now you give me a sense of what is, and I have no reason to doubt you. You will never come on this such a public forum here. So let me do a little bit backtracking, and I will come to the other folks here, and you can stay on here with us a little bit as well. I know this gentleman, when you guys were in the active service, after that, you see him being different, or is he the guy that used to talk the way he's talking now, or is it sort of partisanship that he tries to show commitments to his party or to the institution like the CDC that he supports, or what?
Well, people have the individual differences, so to speak. They say you can leave from the house, but you can't leave from your waist. Being in the United States military on active duty, if you have certain attitude in you, you're not going to exhibit those kind of attitudes there because you get punished for it. They hold you to the letter. They hold you to the letter. They don't play. So because of that, you might have kind of an attitude, this kind of behavior, but he never displayed such a behavior in my person or anywhere we were together. No, he never did. That's why I was so dumbfounded when I saw him speaking like this, and I reached out to him. Sir.
So when you reach out, calling to you, his reception, he doesn't know you, he can remember you. What comes to your mind in that event? Because I'm quite sure that, like you said, especially a Liberian, your Liberian brothers, maybe you need the possibility of say, oh my man, where you coming from? I'm a Liberian. Yeah, I'm from this place. I'm that, and so that's sort of like to kind of coordinate. But when you did that, what does that suggest to you? His response to you that he doesn't know you. How you feel? How you feel about the whole thing?
What came to my mind is about this thing about the political area. When it comes to politics, in like not just politics, but when it comes to disagreement, people if you
are you telling
somebody,
honesty here, or is it part of the politics, the sort of dirty and divisive policies that politics we are talking about in Liberia? But are you talking this here because of Liberianization policy, or as a patriotic Liberian, or is it an opposition tone you are speaking into as well?
I'm speaking from the patriotic Liberian point. And what do I mean by this? When I said the politics in Liberia and the disagreement, what I mean. Politics, if you disagree with somebody in politics, it doesn't mean that you people are enemies. What happened in our politics in Liberia is that if you disagree with me, our people not take your disagreement seriously. Instead, they take it personally. And if you take the person's disagreement personally, you end up making the wrong decision. You wouldn't understand where they're coming from or what they're actually talking about. Okay. And there was Zolizo Kwan himself. He got involved with the CDC issues, being vocal and talking erratically. People praising, oh, Zolizo, the dragon, and what have you. He thought it was the right way forward. No, that's the wrong thing. And there when he got caught up.
All right. Okay. Well, stay there. I will be coming to you before I take another group of people here. Let me go to 610 number 1720. We're going to be keeping it to the point in order to accommodate people. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Yes.
Yeah, how are you? My name is Rebecca Curry. I'm calling from North Dakota.
Oh, okay. How are you, dear man? Thank you for being so
Yes,
patient.
I'm the first lady that called, and I've been listening to all the men.
Yeah, and we're gonna give you your now. Tampa is like an easy pass now. We like for our sisters, our mothers to participate on these sort of informative programs. So thank you for calling in. What's going through your mind?
Yes, what is going through my mind? Matter of fact, all those videos that he was making on Facebook, I got all the copies of the video there, and I was surprised because number one, I'm in the United States, I got nephews, nieces, brother. My husband, he's American. His brother is in the army, and they are very disciplined. But I was so shocked and surprised to see a Liberian brother leaving the army, making those kind of statement on a Facebook page where everybody in the world are watching. It was just wrong. At this point, even though he got all the criteria to do the job, he got himself. So at this point, that pass on him, okay? Then he go and work on himself and see about himself and see what's going on in your life. But at this point, we don't need that kind of person. Liberians are going through trauma. We don't need nobody that will bring violence and tell people what to do, kill people with their blood and soil to protect somebody. We don't need him right now. So I'm very happy while I'm here today. And on our Sunday floor, I'm happy. But like I said, we'll wait and see, how it will end. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you say you have all of the video. Honestly, Zolizo and myself, we have gone into some sort of argument. Even when he went to Liberia, I extended him an invitation. I have not, to be honest, I have not seen that, but I'm seeing some of the ridiculous comments that appear on Prince Show. And Alfonso, you are one of those who hear CDC, but that's not something. I don't mind that. I haven't seen that. But do you? Okay, and hopefully because we want to give a popular exchange, because that's one of the things here, because I have no doubt some of those senators were pointing to, they were trying to guide him through the process. All of us make mistakes down the road because of loyalty. We made some stupid questions, stupid utterances, and I think they were trying to guide him, but he was very defiant that he did not say that. He doesn't know where those sort of videos come from. He has not meant anything. Is that where your disappointment come from? Because he did not show any sort of remorse as to whether he said something and he offended anybody, because people were saying that. Is that where your disappointment come from?
Yes, because we all made mistakes. You understand me?
Right.
He has so many times to correct a mistake, to tell Liberian people, listen, I was angry, and I said this, and but I didn't mean no harm. We are all Liberians. Their job is about all, Liberians to protect each other. But he was so angry. You could hear it, the arrogance in him on the floor. He was angry. He was talking like to say, I earned this. You're gonna get me this. That's why that's what I was hearing in my ear. But that like I said, Liberia. It's not a Liberia before. This is a brand new Liberia. And I said, God, thank you for social media. And we're going to see more, my brother. I'm telling you, Liberia is going to change. All of you, we're praying for you to live and see the new Liberia. It's going to change. That nonsense, we're not going to have it no more. And it's over.
Okay. All right. Please, I will call you if possible, but we're going to do it off the air. I think I have your number here. I will call you. I like to do it on fax. But thank you so much for chipping in here this morning or after.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. There you have it. To be honest, I haven't seen that myself. Let me see this number here. 410. Have you spoken? 410-1243. I'm getting a lot of.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting a lot of
sir.
feedback.
You talk to me.
Oh, I talk to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Let me just come to this number before you wrap up. 475 number 9509. Are you there, caller? What's your name and where you calling from? 47. All right. The person going off. They're afraid of their own shadow. I don't know. We don't have nothing no higher. Okay. So 410. Let me just come back to you before I go to Pat George.
Yes, sir, Mr. So, on the issue of the side of the Senate confirmation, this time around, I think the Senate did well. They stood up to the plate and they did the job for the Liberian people. But the thing that left, I hope they will do the best thing for the Liberian people. They have already identified the problem. Since they identified the problem, they should not allow the problem to hang over the heads of the Liberian people. If someone made a statement, those kind of statement, And knowing that it's everywhere, everybody's seeing it. And they come before the body and don't tell the truth, there is an issue. There is a serious issue. I expected Zolizo, this was his opportunity to tell the Senate, that body, that honorable body, that look, I said these things, but I said out of anger or frustration or what I feel, a disappointment. But instead, he was so arrogant by telling the people that they should move forward. They shouldn't look in the past. They should move forward. Who is he to tell the body to move forward when he has not even gotten the job in the first place? So that indicates to the Liberian people, to you and myself, that if he gets a job, that's what he said you're going to do, because he showed that in the Senate today.
Okay. Well, it's quite correct, and this is why what we are saying here. Most of us on this, there are some people take it for funds when they come on this, but if you are taking this sort of things, what we are doing as a profession, there are ethics involved, and there are so many things involved in terms of how you communicate with the audience, the general public. People process information in different forms and shapes. So the manner in which you throw out something that can cause harm to physical and psychological, social harm to other people. We want to wait and see. We do not want to prejudge, but whatever decision going to be by the confirmation committee, believe me or not, it will be a lesson learned from Liberia, because people come on social network, instead of attacking the policy, they become more they go after individuals. They say some ridiculous things, make comments. It's on both sides. Government supporter, the opposition. People say something like friend and brother, this other guy in Canada, he will come on and say he want to see this person dead, and you can disagree with the person, but that does not, it doesn't require you making those sort of proclamation that somebody's life should be taken away. We're going to see how it plays out. We don't want to jump the boat here quickly here to see what's going to be the reaction, but that would be a lesson line. 610 number 4198. Are you there?
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. So?
Good morning. Afternoon. It's already afternoon, after 2. Yeah. What's your name and where are you calling from? Are you there, caller? I think, are you there, caller? 610, are you there? Are you hearing me now? Okay, I don't know why he's not hearing me. Okay, hello, caller?
Hello, good afternoon. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank God.
All right. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Christiana calling from New Jersey.
All right. Good afternoon. How are you today?
Yeah, thank you so much for this show this afternoon.
Okay.
I watched the stuff today.
Yeah,
on
the confirmation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched the confirmation.
Mm.
What I want to say to Liberian is that one time I overheard the president saying, you guys are blaming me, saying that I'm putting people in power, this, that. But if I make the appointment, who confirm these people? It is you people who in the house.
Right.
So if things happen, when things happen, you don't blame me. I make the appointment and you people confirm the people. So I hope they listen to what the president said. That if Zolizo will be confirmed, and from what he been saying, and we all saw today, that he never had a mind to say, oh, my people, I'm sorry for the statement I made, but I didn't mean this, that, and the rest of
Auntie, I think that was the disappointing part by the member of the honorable, because most of them tried to guide him through the process, and he was saying, getting the language.
Senator Coleman tried to guide him, and all of that, and he was still rough to say what he like brother just said, you will give me what you have to give me. And if he will be confirmed, I mean, for me, then I don't think Liberians really need any senator or anything again. Because the president already told us, if I make the appointment, you are the ones training the person. So if there's anything goes wrong, nobody hold me alone. You hold everybody because you guys are
And
the one
I
putting
think
people
they're
in.
right. You can't tell the president say appoint this, appoint that. The president
No.
has his people that suppose him. They review their CV. He might not know all that is happening on the social network. It
Sure.
would be fair to say, even though social network is a public thing, but hey, it would be a wrong calculation for anybody to make a judgment why he appointed this, because a lot of things is but gentlemen, he has his own. He should have done his homework. By the time he get on the ground, meet member of the confirmation team, and first of all, if I were him, as soon as I get into that introductory process, that would be the very first thing to author and make a blanket statement like, oh, if I offended anybody in the present, in the past, I take responsibility. We all human beings. We have said some crazies and ridiculous things here, so nobody is perfect to say that they have done that. But if you become defiant and give justification of whatever thing, that's fine. Okay, let me bring a critical voice here who perhaps who will have a different view here. Mr. Christopher Lottie Tobasi is a strong member of the CDC and a strong supporter of the defense deputy for Operation Destiny. Christopher Tobasi, are we going off track here?
Mr. Sue, thank you for the opportunity, and who am I to judge other people's views? I mean, I'm a strong believer of opposing views. You know, no matter if I don't like it or I disagree with it, I'm gonna hear you. I'm gonna try to listen to you.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm kind of a little bit disappointed today.
By whom?
I'm disappointed in a sense of that, you know, the Honorable Senate of the Honorable Liberian Senate trying to practice holiness at the 11th hour.
Hold on one second.
Practicing.
You said they were practicing what?
Holiness.
How?
The act of practicing holiness at the 11th hour, and all because they have pure hatred for this human being, or because they have some hatred for this young brother. Political disagreement have become instruments for people to injure other people and their family. We got to think. Yes, a young man who went to school. Yes, a young man who came from the slum of Liberia. There's a young man who worked hard, went to school, graduated with honor, came to America, served in the U.S. Army. Which one of us will be holy here today? That will say, I've never made, in terms of misspeaking, I mean, in terms of us using words that we later on consider regrettable.
So Christopher, let me get a confirmation here quickly here. It seems to me, from what I'm gathering from you, the deputy minister designate used those words and but refused to admit to say it was a slip of tongue or he misspoke or because of XY reason. Is that fair to say that?
No, he did not say. He did not justify, you know, whatever or whatever.
But do you ever remember him saying at any point in time that he's going to kill somebody or he's going to shoot at protesters?
You know, Mr. Sue, look, is where I stand with the Honorable Tapla Davis. You know, Mr. Sue, like I said, the first law of preservation is self is your own life. You know, according to
you find it very difficult. You find it very difficult to defend your friend and brother.
No, I'm not finding it difficult. I just wish you could allow me to complete my thought, and then you know the question will come later.
Okay, go ahead.
What I want to say.
Okay, go ahead.
I am saying that if anybody come into my home, walk into my home, and threaten the life of my wife and my children and that of my extended family members, if anybody comes there and threatens death upon us, I will defend my family and I will go beyond whatever it takes to keep my family alive. And I stand with Honorable Zonizo on that because he was speaking metaphorically. Same when we have prosecuted people for speaking metaphorically in our country and in the international community.
It doesn't matter whether the law is being enforced now. So let me ask you this question. Tell us here at this public forum, was there anybody specifically that was targeting or throw word at Mr. Taplad to lure him to making that sort of statement? Just wake up one morning and decide to throw that thing out there?
I think he was speaking to certain individual.
Who is the individual? We don't have secret here. Who is the individual you are in question?
He was responding to Henry Costa and the COP for making threat of killing and dragging the president's body in the street.
So then why he Tapla did not get the courage to admit that to the honorable senator today?
You know why? You know why? Tapla did extremely well today because I would rather identify with somebody who asked for forgiveness for any kind of reason. Look, my disagreement here is this. If the Honorable House can say that, they will confront Kabina Jene who killed massive people in
Look, Christopher Tobasi. Christopher, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Christopher Tobasi.
Let me go on.
No, hold on. We don't want to keep this point. We don't want to distract here. This is not we're not talking about Kabina. Kabina Jana is being impeached. Kabina Jana is out of office. That's a different thing. We are talking about today's event. Come on.
But Mr. Sue, why were the Honorable House of Senate Party Holiness when they confirmed who killed Kabina, who killed massive people? In fact, they are working with Sano Johnson, who killed a lot of people.
Christopher Tobasi, that's a very ridiculous statement. That's very ridiculous. I gave you the chance to adequately defend your brother and friend, and it seems to me from what I'm gathering you are alluded that he made this statement, but his lack of courage to even show remorse, that it was a slip of tongue. He did it out of anger, out of emotion. That didn't remorse. No.
He was very honest. He spoke truth to power, and you guys should join me in condemning the House of Senate for the way that they confirmed Kabina General new killer. They confirmed they are working with Sandra Johnson and Yaka Kwaluba, who killed so many people.
Christopher Tobasi.
But they cannot confirm
Tobasi.
an innocent Liberian child who struggled to go to school.
We all struggle, you struggle, many others struggle, but we all have responsibility to make sure our utterances and our statement has the propensity to degenerate our country into chaos. Make your last minute. I never think, do you really? Yeah. Your statement here this evening is not the.
Who got blood on your hands.
But now these people are not there. We are calling on somebody who has been called to a high-profile position.
Got clean hands. This young man got no.
So do you?
He has not even.
Okay, quickly, last minute, quickly here. Do you think you?
My party warrior is that I know the House of Senate will do the right thing. I'm urging all CDC lawmakers and power players in the House of Senate in Liberia to use their intellectualism. Let it be shown that the young man has asked for forgiveness, that the young man said he misspoke, but Henry Costa has not asked for forgiveness. Yaka Kwaluba has not asked for forgiveness.
Believe me or not, the day your president, George Weah appoints Henry Costa, we will also go after Henry Costa or some of his ridiculous. There you go. My goodness.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, all right. Hold on, guys. Wow. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming.
Hello, Mr. So.
I'm coming. Hold on, please. This is okay. Oh, this guy. The phone numbers. All right.
Wow.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, Tiata. Let me go to some of you so I will start bringing other people in here. Thank you very much, Christopher Tobasi. We always like to give people a chance to speak their minds so people can feel. But that's a very ridiculous statement. We're not talking about Kabina Jana. Kabina Jana is long being impinged. So these guys did not help Zolizo to lead him to redemptions and repentance. And to come here to be defiant is absurd. Okay, so guys, let me come to your let me come to your quick. 856 number. Go ahead quickly.
Okay, yeah, Mr. So, like what Christopher was just saying, everybody in Liberia, they are Liberians. Calling on the CDC, this, that. Liberia is not for CDC. It's just a party. Everybody went to school, struggle, suffer, and to become somebody in life. It's not because you went to school, so you just kind of remark on people You did not go ahead straight. If Henry Costa come to my house or this person, but you make a statement that have been on the air for many months or weeks, and you did not even come out to say, "Oh, I'm sorry for my statement, but I will so."
Right.
Now he coming out to defend this guy. But the only thing I'm telling you, Mr. So, I hope because of Senate this time around, they will actually make a proper decision for the Liberian people.
All right.
And if they don't make that decision for the Liberian people,
what you do?
I pray that the Liberian people should reward them comes this coming election.
2020, right?
Yeah, 2020 election. That's the only thing, because you will not go about saying things. The only thing you do, you got your power, which is your vote, to put in there and bring new people on board that will be in the interest of the Liberian people.
All right.
Thank you so much for this program.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, let me bring in the next person here. All right, 475, have you spoken? Can you make your final comments, and then we'll be breaking other people. 475, are you still there?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. 475 number.
Hello?
Yeah, 475, go ahead, please. 475-9509.
Okay, that's me.
Yeah, what's your name?
I'm just my first call in. My name is Wilton Keller from Connecticut.
Connecticut. All right. Constitutions. Let's put into law here. Is the Constitution being violated? Are we playing to the rules of the game? Go ahead.
I think the Senate plays to different rules today.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Call somebody on the phone. I will be coming to you. Yeah, go ahead. You think the Senate play?
I think few members of the Senate play to a different set of rules today in Liberia. I think when you listening to the utterance of Mr. Tabla on his podcast, you are referring directly to a statement that was made by one of the leader of the Council of Patriots, saying that he will put on the streets. And at the time he will put people on the streets, Zoko will go and loot. He will shake the country a little bit so Zoko can go and loot. And Tabla David said, anybody who will go and loot, and, for everything I ever worked for in my life, I put in that. Anybody who will come to my house to go and loot my place, I will kill them. That's what he said.
So
he didn't kill peaceful protest. Hold on, Mr. So. He didn't say he will kill peaceful protest. My only concern here today, we are using this stick to measure his statement. Are we going to use this same stick in the future to measure Henry Costa's statement, to measure Darrell Dillon's statement, to measure Yeka Koluba's statement, to measure those people who allow Henry Costa or gave him the cover or the protection to incite violence in our country, tell the international community how to call him to retract some of the statement he made? Are we going to use the same stick? Because I hear people talking like they are the only ones that are so offended for what this man said, but they were not offended what Henry Costa said. I will burn the airport down. They were not offended when Henry Costa said we will drag the president of the Republic of Liberia down. They were not offended with that. But somebody who defends, who you yourself, Mr. So somebody coming to your house to, will you sit down and get in and hold the Bible and say,
so my question, now I have listened patiently. So what initiated? Yeah, folks, I can't cover background talking. That distortion, and other people are listening. We need to stop that. If you either wait, or I will just put everybody off and keep the caller. Please mute your phone. Okay, like you said. So, do you see there as a witch hunt for Tabla? Is that what going through your mind?
Definitely. One thing you should understand: before Tabla gave information, or what he needs, 50-50, or on the show, the host of 50-50 from 50-50 show.
T-Max.
T-Max said, you will see the people in the house.
T-Mac does not have. No, hold on 1 second. Let's not be distracted. I can say anything here. It does not influence the decision of the people. They are just talking to what is happening within the public domain. But do you think why then Mr. Coleman Mr. Tabla was given the opportunity, why he was not specific, why he did not provide clarity when the honorable member of the Senate was asking him today, and he wasn't coming forward with the information they wanted? What was the reason?
So I think it was completely deceptive. The fact that all those people in our house are asked these questions. heard Henry Costa made the comment.
Come on, why were you? Henry Costa is not seeking. Believe me, I'm one of those. I spoke again. Henry Costa calling on the president of the Republic of Liberia that he's going to drag, he's going to bring a terminal and all of that. That was a stupid comment. And I've already said that's how disorganized they are. They do not advise their people. They act on emotion. It's the same thing. When Henry Costa tomorrow, if the president turns around and appoint Henry Costa, we will hold the president to his feet. The Liberian people is at their choice. If they want to elect him as president, as a senator, as a representative, that's a different ballgame. But this is not a Henry Costa affair here now. Do you think Zolizo would have done it much better differently? One senator asks a question, and that question brings into mind a friend who is not in Canada. He said, when all of these polls and people were talking about all of this here, did you make any official comment to denounce or to reject, to say, I didn't say it, and he said no?
Yeah, but the thing, Zolizo cannot lie. The video are there. Zolizo did say about it because Henry Costa came out openly and was never appointed at that time.
So he was acting on Henry Costa's statement to say anybody go to his house, they're going to kill him. Is that Henry Costa are going to carry people?
Like
or Henry Costa?
Like any other, exactly, any other Liberian.
Okay.
Party headquarters and say, I will, if they arrest Henry Costa, I will kill the president, we will kill the president's wife, and we will kill the other, and we're on social media.
Listen, I agree with that. That statement was insane. It does not make sense.
Brother. I just saying something now. Listen now, let me honest here. Let's call a spade a spade. Today, we all can look at Zolizo to say Zolizo apologize. Zolizo, what he said was wrong. But do we have the balls or the political will to say to other people?
We got to start something. Some firm action got to start from somewhere. It doesn't matter whether it start with Zolizo or it end with Afonso.
Even the people that are talking, I agree. I take it that Zolizo said something wrong and terrible. Can we say yes to the people who understand are talking and believing in what they say? Can we say yes to the people we support?
My dear brother, before I let you go, there are a lot of other callers here. Before I let you go, forget about people talking here. What we need to do now, we need to start holding each and everyone, including myself. This will be a turning point. There will be a lesson. People come on podcasts and say things that they can defend, that they do not have proof about. The opposition does that. Pro-government supporter does. They abuse. And nowadays, when you do it, people go and save it. This is how we're going to make our country to fix. So who knows? It's Zolizo today. Tomorrow will be Afonso So. Tomorrow will be you. And people will testify. And that's how we got to keep our eyes open. But thank you for your brilliant...
can I say the last word? Can I say the last word?
Yeah, go ahead.
What you just said make a lot of sense. It make a lot of sense. So what we do moving forward, even those people that are sitting in the House of Representatives that are supposed to go for re-election, the Sano Johnson, the Oscar Cooper, the other people should not be re-elected because all of them, there's something in our country that does not, give them the right to even sit in the House.
I agree with you, 100%. That's why the Sierra Leoneans decided to do it differently. They never rewarded warlords, but Liberians, they are not.
The Liberian people to give him, the day Henry Costa asked Liberian people to give him chance to go into running election, he should be denied from the very get-go.
Unfortunately, when it comes to election now, the people's decision is very hard for something. So you need to wage an effective campaign. All right. I'm just only being honest with you. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Okay. So all right. So let me come to these other numbers here quickly here. Pa George. Okay. Uncle P.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon. There we go. You listen to All on Further today in Liberia? I don't know why people are your number. Hello, caller? Yep. Uncle P, are you there?
Yeah. Am I live?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is Uncle P. Yesterday, I posted on Facebook that...
You know the men are lying. Why you lying to the men live?
Hold on. Gentlemen, people, please. That's an interruption.
Interruption, please. Yesterday...
Somebody trying to call. You call.
Oh, Lord, what is this? I'm talking, somebody else talking.
But you live?
Yeah, am I live?
No.
Oh, I'm not live?
Yeah, go
You're
ahead.
not live. The men are live, man.
Hello? Okay, I'm just going to put everybody off. This is ridiculous.
Okay, hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Uncle P, listen, P was talking. There's somebody else talking in the background. Uncle P, go ahead.
Yeah,
Then
no, sorry. I'm sorry. I want to make sure we live. Well, I'm watching the show. I'm mute, but I just want to say you're not live yet. That's all.
How you know? Yeah, that you confused. That you confusing her because the audio coming to you will be a little bit.
Because
yeah, okay, you have to mute your, listen, you got to let a mentor, you got to mute your audio because you would not get it at the same time. You got to go through the wavelength.
No,
okay,
you
go
understand
ahead.
what I'm trying to say. He said live.
Okay, let's leave that.
Okay,
P, go ahead. Uncle P,
Come
go
here,
ahead.
need talking, man. Oh.
Yeah. Let us be mature, man, please.
Yeah, Uncle P, go ahead quickly.
Yesterday, I posted on Facebook that Zolizo must not be rejected. And a lot of my friends and people on Facebook came up and criticized me why I say Zolizo must not be rejected. But I want people to understand from Liberia that I am Uncle P. I'm from all the counties. I'm everybody's uncle. Zolizo made a mistake by his utterance.
No, the facts is so they gone.
Look, hold on 1 second. Look, I said stay in the store they're gone. Please, we don't do that here. This is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. People are listening. We can't be having, just simply mute your phone. Somebody is talking, you just distract people. Now, if I turn everybody else off and leave this guy alone, then I just doing unjust to the other people that have been holding on. Yeah, go ahead quickly, Uncle P. Okay. All right. I just gotta let some people go, and the just will suffer with the unjust. Yeah, go ahead, Uncle P.
Yeah. Yesterday I posted that Zolizo must not be rejected. He must be confirmed. And we the Liberian people should forgive him and give him a chance. There is a young man. A lot of people got mad at me, but I want for people to understand my position in Liberia.
Do you still stand by that? Yeah, Uncle P, do you still stand by that position today based on what you heard from Zolizo?
Yes, I think we should forgive Zolizo. Listen, let me tell you something. Utterances, that's why you see, I don't know if you have followed me on Facebook. I always advise all advocates on Facebook to stop using profanities. Stop insulting the president, stop insulting government officials, stop insulting each other. When you all come on you
so
all
now you appeal to the Senate, but do you think he showed that sort of remorse today so that appeal that would translate into the action by the senators? Do you think he did that enough?
Well, I think that he didn't do it enough. I called Zolizo this morning, but we didn't talk lengthily because he was, as a matter of fact, I think he was on his way there or he was in the house. That's how I called him with just a couple minutes.
You advising advising ahead of the confirmation?
I didn't get the chance to advise him. I just told him about the posting that I made. But I want everybody to understand. I always advise everybody that come and have a peaceful discussion on Facebook instead of using profanities, insulting each other, and not disrespecting each other. I always preach that on Facebook. Zolizo is one of my nephews. Everybody is my nephew. Okay? This guy made a remark that was very bad.
So can you admit to us here, because there are other in denial of it, other saying that's it. To be honest with you, I haven't seen that video. There's a lady who said, yeah, she has the video. I will try to place that call here. But you being everybody's uncle, you have everybody's nephews and stuff like that. Do you remember Zolizo making a statement or comment?
Yeah, Zolizo made a statement out of he was.
No, my question is, do you remember him making a statement, making that comment?
Yes, I remember. I remember.
Did you call him after making that comment?
Listen, I speak generally to everybody.
No, we're talking about Zolizo now is a center of gravity right now. After making that comment, your uncle to everybody with all the nephews now. Did you call your nephew? What you say is not good. It's not good. You need to go back and retract your statement. Did Uncle P do that?
Listen, I always generalize my statement to everybody. Zolizo not the only one who have made statement about threatening the lives of Liberian people.
I understand. Costa have done that. Costa himself have done that. But what I'm saying now, Zolizo now is in the center of the whole thing because of the position that he will or potentially earn, or because of the position God. It had a point in, we have talked about this thing long time in the past, and then we'll be done with it. But what I'm asking, after he made that statement, you being everybody's uncle, did you reach out to him?
Like I told you, I generalize my advice.
Okay, all right.
Everybody who
Uncle P, you're not answering my question.
Okay, go ahead.
My question is, you are uncle for everybody. If I, Alfonso here, came on this network here and said some things that just not for public, good for public consumption, as a nephew, what are you supposed to do?
I still ain't on Facebook.
No, not forget about Facebook.
I didn't talk to him personally. No.
Why you didn't do that? So you betray your nephew?
Yes, I was wrong. Maybe I didn't talk to him personally. But I'm calling on the Liberian people and to forgive this young man. Look, this young man, look, Jolly Zoe, I'm nobody. He just made those
statements. To be honest, I listened to his resume. It's quite impressive, unbelievable. I just didn't know. Very impressive, but that's just not all to it. That's what discipline, and I think this would be a complete lesson learned from everybody. The government, the opposition people who talks for people, they come on social network, instead of them being persuasive, instead of them talking to people why you shouldn't vote for Wia, why you should vote for Kumi. All of them, they are so insultive. They use vocal. They talk things that they don't know about. They make up things. They create all sort of unnecessary tension. But all right, Uncle P, thank you so much, and we will keep this discussion going.
Let me just say this before I go. I will be coming on Facebook tomorrow to plead to the Liberian people, the Senate, and all Liberians to forgive Zolizo and to confirm him. I don't care what anybody will say, but I feel that he's a young man. We should give him a chance.
Right. Everybody deserves second chances, but I would tell you, when you want a second chance, you have to work towards. If I committed a crime, if I did something wrong, I must.
You won't believe it. Uncle Pete, let me just say this 1 second. I insulted President Doe in the traffic. Mistakenly, I didn't know he was the president in the traffic. He killed me. Zolizo will harm nobody. He made utterances, but he's you know, the young children.
Okay,
so I will
all right.
ask the Liberian people.
Okay, Uncle P, thank you so much. All right.
Everybody will forgive Zolizo. Let them give me a chance.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. George, I will come to you. Let me come to this number here. I believe 21544 came in, right? 215 number 244. Are you there, caller?
Yes. Hi. How are you?
Yeah, good. All right. Let's do one. Yeah, I will come to you. The next caller. Let me go to 21524 first. Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, how you doing?
This is talking to me?
I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Yeah, Twazaman, hold on 1 second. I don't know how many percent, but I'm calling 2152244. Is that a caller speaking now?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, 2244 is Twazaman. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you said 4400.
No, I said 2152244. Is that Twazaman? Twazaman. Okay. All right. Are you there? Hello? Caller, are you there? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, thank you first of all for the show. You know, listening to the people that are calling in defense of Zolizo, it just showed that Liberia got a far way to recuperate. And it's sad that we all live in the Western world. We all see the discipline from our different perspectives. When we go back to where our neighbors were buried, we carry the wrong practices there. If the statement that Zolizo been making on Facebook, if anybody take it to the Department of Veteran Affairs or the Department of State, Zolizo would be persecuted. But again, this is Liberia. If the Senate wants to do their work, they don't have to even ask Zolizo a question. The embassy in Liberia have a sachet affairs that is there for veteran affairs. They can get whatever information on Zolizo. Besides, there's too much of you forgive the person didn't mean what it said. this is what is causing the problem in Liberia. If we keep on that trend, we won't move anywhere as a nation. Look around us and see other nations. They are prospering. We got relatives that serve. Zolizo served as a layman under my nephew. But he know what he did in the army. And running to Liberia to see greener pasture now, with all the kind of PTSD that he's showing, is a harm to our society. Because you know what? He's not showing his professionalism outside. He's showing that tribal and party level politics. We live in America. We saw Nancy Pelosi. You saw what she did 2 days ago. That's being loyal. We should not embrace his statement. But again, we're standing to see the Senate. If they do it, well, Liberia got a long way to
So at the same time, the call of the people, what I've started here, there should be no exception. And I was very much surprised because these senators, they don't behave. I mean, they are not too vocal when it comes to this issue. But I think today they kind of stepped the game forward, but it's too soon to prejudge what's going to be their decision. But the idea to hold people accountable, and I think all of us, and there will be a lesson learned, people who just get on the media, listening to them, they insult, they say things that they have no proof, they say things because they hear it blow through the window, and they just magnify it and go with it. So now it will be a lesson learned. I mean, I feel bad. He get a very good academic credential. No about that. But what he didn't do today, because these people try to show him the way through, to show some to see whether he's going to be conciliatory to say, okay, I said so thing. I take responsibility to what I've done, and I say out of X, Y, Z. He did not do it. He was very defiant. He was defensive. He was giving justification. So with this, we don't know, but let's wait and see how it happened. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. So.
Right.
Forgiving that comes, forgiving that yourself.
Okay.
If you don't forgive yourself, you're not going to be able
I think
to
people have
apologize.
second chances, but before you can get a second chance, you got to work for it too. I think that's where those men were talking today. Okay, we'll soon be wrapping. Oh yeah, thank you so much. Okay, let me go to 244 number now, 215-2400.
Yeah, 4400.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Mr. So. This is Munel. How are you?
Good. How are you today? Yeah. Hey.
I'm okay. Yeah, the general.
And the general emeritus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kishan, go ahead.
Almost, I even made a comment. You see, Mr. So, education is different from intelligence.
Right.
They got people who are not educated but are very intelligent. They know what is right. They know what is wrong. She said, and I watched the entire conversation. The Senate even did the best for him. They tried to guide him. To
exactly.
If you're going to show some remorse. He's a smart guy. I know Borizo from where I live, Lokinta. I know him when he was teaching at St. Edward's in there. But you see,
you get a good resume.
The arrogance that the one that killed him.
Yeah.
And we all know in America, we're very careful what we put on social media because it's a job. You can lose your job for what you put on social media if you're not careful. Now, the first time that thing happened, I listened to the tape, I listened to Zodizo. It was the protest when Henry Costa made a statement about the protest. He had, I think, all over 2 days, 2 or 3 days, they appointed him. I thought Zolizo was going to come back on social media and try to say something different, something nice, apologize, and let the people see that, oh, listen.
But that was the question. The other you remember the other honorable man was saying, he said, did you ever make any public statement? And he said, exactly.
And since then, he never came back on social media. But I will tell you something to Mr. So, and I will put myself on the record for that. The Zorizo confirmation and the whole Zorizo thing is bigger than what we look at.
Right.
The senator said we will write the president. The other people that went for confirmation, they went and did everything. They denied some of them and they walk out. And they said, listen, we will write the president and we'll get back to you. We can't tell you anything right now. People looking at Zorizo case, they think it's just an ordinary case. Zorizo served the military. The first thing when I posted, Zorizo lied on an oath. You can join the you can join the U.S. military as a green card holder. You can never spend 10 years in the U.S. military and you're a resident. That's a lie. The first thing. It would never happen. Because you travel, when they send you on base, sometimes you go, when you come with some commercial plane, you use U.S., either you use a military card or you use a U.S. passport.
Right.
There is nobody in the American Army right now who went as a resident and they can tell you, I'm there for 10 years and I'm still a resident. It never happened. So let us start lying. He denied that the first thing when the man asked him the question. He said he went as a resident until he discharged. So that's why when he took up an ID card today, Zorizo last year supposed to be, I think, in September. This year, 2020, his ID card is valid. But sometimes when we see these things, we got people who in the military who serve with the same Zorizo who are surprised why Zorizo. The only time they discharge you from the army, either you got shot or something seriously happened. But you cannot resign from the army like that when you know you're on a contract. You cannot just resign. Zorizo is on an AWOL. He went to Liberia. We all know that because he expected this job. But Zorizo's case is very big. I can tell anybody. Some people don't know because people don't do research. I got people in the military. I got people who still listen. All that thing you're doing. And the person just called me today again to confirm and say, Mune, ain't I told you 3 months ago, say something will happen? Why the senator say we will write the president? They deny all the other people the same day. Why Zorizo, they say, listen, we can't say this, we'll write the president and we'll get back to you. Zorizo case is very big. He's a smart guy. He got everything under his belt. But you see, the statement he made as a defense, we're talking about defense ministry, will know what can happen in Africa. But he has no remorse. To even say, yes, what I said was wrong, he still tried to justify. And I see people coming on Facebook justifying. So the Costa is not appointed. Nobody here got a political appointment. It's Zorizo. That's a political appointment and defense. In fact, when you go through, you know the responsibility of a defense for operations. You know that they control the military, especially in Africa.
To wrap up with you, one of the things I was so surprised, I mean, that they provided, that's my first time to see it, the senator setting a dinner table for somebody from all indication. And I want to say that one of the reasons led to his confirmation process was to give him adequate preparation, perhaps to get himself used to those members, talk to them, meet them personally, because a guy that asks the question, do you know why, the kind of the problem the armed forces of Liberia is going through, why, what is happening now, and he could not even come up to that coming from civil war and how divisive and fragile the armed forces of Liberia, the incorporations of the armed forces of Liberia with all of these warring factions, that's why that gentleman was driving at, and that he going to get it, and he didn't. He didn't leave. All right, my man, the general. I know you're going to be.
Impossible, but hey,
I know you will be on there, so we'll be monitoring.
Fine.
Okay then.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Let me come to 602 number. Are you there, caller? Quickly here. I'm already out of time.
Yes, Mr. So, how are you?
Good.
This is Steve.
Hey, Mose. Mose, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Okay. How are you today, my man?
I'm very well, thank you. Use this opportunity to say Liberian people are the most important people, and as you know, Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth.
I hear you.
You know that for sure.
Yeah.
I think you and I watched the whole Zolizo information stuff. Let me say something to the president. Let me say something to Seditians. When you bring people on board that are competent, when you nominate people that know the job and something, you don't have to worry. You sleep easy, and they will confirm themselves. Like the lady before Zolizo for agriculture. Did you see opposition or even Seditian having to go and defend her and make anything? The woman made her case, and everybody saw. She was
so much in control.
So what I'm trying to say to Seditians is, we who are in the opposition, some of us, we are not against anybody, but we want the best for Liberia, and Liberians amongst us, whether you are Seditian or not, can do the best. But Mr. So, let me say something. There are two things that will make most likely Zolizo will not be confirmed. Let me tell you one of the things. One of the things that will make Zolizo to not be confirmed is the same mentality of you will go through. The president will make, don't worry. Sedition making all the men will go through. I don't care what happened, he will go through. That one of it. Because Zolizo, his body language today, walk in there today. I thought from the way Zolizo, certain point in the whole process, was disrespectful to the Senate. I'll be very, very frank. If you go and play the tape again, he was disrespectful because when you go somewhere that you don't know, and the people that you expect to confirm you, one of the very first things you see, apart from him showing remorse, you must present yourself very humbly. I don't care what kind of degree you have. I don't care what kind of knowledge. You must present yourself in a humble way. Zolizo was telling him, I already answered the other question, but I already do this. I said, but this man is not serious. He shooting himself in the foot. But here's the most important thing. I will start with a doctor that spoke. You see, in the doctor relations and patient atmosphere, doctors can refer, medical doctors can refer the patients to us, psychologists or clinicians, say, this one we need to do a mental health evaluation on them. What our doctor said today about Zolizo.
Dr. Coleman, that was strange. He's a very quiet guy. I know him very well. To see him talking the way he was talking, that was sort of strange.
The doctor picked up serious sign of anger within Zolizo. And that can stem from trauma. I will say there's nothing against Zolizo, but I will say what the doctor said, Zolizo needs to be evaluated. I want to forget about his statement. I just want to come to the fact that, first of all, Zolizo lied blatant to the people. He lied where you can go and double check. There were a lot of lies he did. But the most important part that was scary to me was Zolizo was not remorseful at all. He tried to dodge it, and that is a concern for some of us.
And I think myself were exchanging a sort of I don't usually do that, but from the way he was being guarded and he was still defiant, like, oh no. And to be honest, when I listened to his resume, it was unbelievable, very impressive. But this shoulder pad, putting shoulder pad in the air, is what putting people see Christopher Tobasi here. If they are friends to this guy here, they will have been along the way. To say, you know what? At times you can pivot. We all have said some crazy thing out there, and we all are by human nature. But you know what? When you reach certain places, you can change the course and let the people be surprised. Why are he the one saying that today? Well, that one, that's their job on exercise, but you have gone your way through. That's how, because that's a political office there anyway. So you need to be a little bit softened. But unfortunately, that did not happen today, and I feel so bad.
And the last thing I want to say is the position Zolizo is going to occupy. It's a strategic position, and you see with tension rising in the country, and with the way in which things are not stable over there, you don't want to employ someone. You don't want to bring someone into that kind of position who is not mentally stable or who will make the kind of derogatory statement. And that's why I keep saying to citizens and even opposition people, we need to be careful about what we say on Facebook or what we say in public. Some of these things will hunt us down the line.
Okay, so quickly here, let me just tap to your expertise here, Moses. You are a clinician. I listened to acting on the doctors, what he said today, and you are watching him, looking at him. What instantly registered in your mind as a clinician?
Zolizo needs help. Truly speaking, he needs help. I'll be very frank with you. I can't say for sure whether he has severe PTSD or depression or something, but truly speaking, and I'm not here to diagnose him, let's be very clear, but Zolizo needs help. He needs to talk to a professional. His background needs to be looked at. Let's be very frank. There's nothing against him. He needs help. Truly speaking, he does need some kind of help.
Okay. All right, well, that's a man that, thank you so much. Welcome, legendary Ashford, the Giant Gullet, and iconic Edmund Great. We want to welcome you. I'm out of time here. I'm just going to deal with the people that I have right here now. 404 number, are you there? 404-6208?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead quickly, and then I will come to 301 number. What's your name and where you from? Go ahead.
This is Adam I call from Georgia.
Okay.
So I listen to all of the callers and I monitor Zolizo's confirmation from beginning to end. And me, it's not only about Zolizo. I listen to Honorable. I listen to And why I do these things is for me to take from and put together to be able to bring about my own judgment.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to Snow, what he said the last time, these are things that most of the time talk about, the comments flower of party symbol, party defendant, I mean, party associate. We should put it aside and look at Liberia. Today, what has happened to Zoizo is all about pen of a particular political party or an individual, which is very wrong. And because of that, he was too hasty in his, respond to whatsoever comment that A or X did, which have led him to what he is in today. But as human, we err, and the Bible said it. Once you know that you err and you wrong God, you can forgive it, and He's willing and just to forgive you of your sins.
Right.
So, our brother erred. So let me just go back. It is not only about we should not only look at Zodi today, but these are warning to all Liberians.
Exactly.
Young people coming up. Let us be careful what we say to each other, what we say to our nation. The Bible said that there is life and death within the tongue. You cannot curse your country. You cannot curse your president. You cannot curse your brother.
No.
And you expect for that brother to prosper the way you want it to be. How will you put curse on your nation and you want that nation to prosper?
No
That's
way.
not going to happen.
Can be in two places
Liberia
at the same
is
time.
in what we are in today because Liberians are divided. God don't pray for the bad, but you don't answer the bad. But you don't know also. There are Liberians who pray for the worst for Liberia, and there are Liberians who pray for the good for Liberia. I told one of my colleagues the other day, I said for me, I believe in people who will always engage me on development towards Liberia. That is, it will support this leader and this, like Ellie, look at the part of Ellie. All those projects that Ellie undertook, road, hospital being built in Lima County, she didn't take them. This government coming there, this government are going to start again and say, okay, that hospital built in or Nimba comes, I'm going to break that hospital down and build a new one. No. You pick up from there and move from there. This is how people should pray for the government to operate. When the government is going wrong, they'll speak directly to that ill that government is filled with, and they'll forget about individual attacks. And this is what happened in Liberia. The young generation of Liberia, we are very divided. And if we cannot come together and realize our mistakes, Liberia will not go nowhere. You see, Ghana today, Ghana is moving forward because the people of Ghana, the young people, the young generation are realized that we went through it for so many years. We could not even afford salt. We have to leave to go to other nations to beg for salt. So let us come together and build our nation. That's part of the hardship. That's what the president may do, the economy, but we can still help together. So I just appeal to we Liberians, let us forget about they come on negative comments on Facebook and whatsoever, and let us work together and we can see we can move Liberia forward. We have more than I don't know how many thousand young Liberians in America, and we are still we can get together. What can we do to generate funds to build one hospital in the district, to build a school in a hospital? That diaspora Liberians in America will fully take the responsibility to fund that hospital, a school from start to end, and we'll be responsible to pay those that will be there. Those are things I think we Liberians should be thinking about now that going on Facebook. Even though we have our political saying against government to go wrong, that's our right. We must blast government when they go wrong. But what are we doing in the positive direction too?
Exactly. We too have obligation as citizens now because we sit there and just throw mouths on officials and people.
Oh, let us pull $5 together every month. I will pay every month. It's not even every 2 weeks pay, but our every month salary. Let us put $5 in this account that will be monitored by this body. We can do something great. Then for us to just our whole plan to just be this politics, that politics. And I see young people. This God, even this time it has just made me not to even comment on people's posts. Because the moment you comment on someone's post, they try to educate them.
They rather come to your generation.
They either go for your mother or they tell you what. So for me, sometimes I just read and pass. You see?
All right.
It is very, very bad for the country. I listened to Slow the other day. I was very happy. There's a man who in the past you are accused of this and that, but he has showing us, I mean, that's what I'm saying, that it was in the past. Now this is different Snow. And if every Liberian, we can now start to move like
I
that in
think
our direction
Zolizo.
and
Yeah, all
thinking.
right. Okay, so thank you
And
so much,
thinking.
Marcel.
We should move forward. So
Yeah.
that's what.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. That's a full phone number. Thank you. 301. You the last caller for the day. Go ahead quickly. 301. Are you there? 301. Are you there? Okay. Well, folks, that does it. Are you there? 301. Okay, well, folks, that does it this afternoon. I'm Afonso Z and so of the Liberia Public Radio and LPR TV. We want to thank you so much for being part of this program. As usual, we always bring news, information, and happening within and out of our own comfort zone. Part of that is to create a genuine conversation. I want to thank you so much for being part of this. And this is, I believe, this is a lesson. It's not just on the Zolizo. I wish he would have done it differently, and I wish that he has some friends, good friends, who would not just play that sort of blindness and say, hey, you know what, we all have made mistakes in the past. Just go there, be humble, and tell the people whatever you said, it was out of emotions, it was out of a variety of reasons lead to people, those sort of loyalty to individual, to loyalty to people, makes people to make some ridiculous statement. The vice president makes some statement. The president himself has make some ridiculous statements. So, including myself, not everything that I've said in the past and even now it pleases everybody. But there can come a time you can pivot and take a change. And I think that was the sort of guardian, that was the roadmap the Senate were leading him to. But unfortunately, later he did not get that language for whatever reason. And so it goes out to people. If you are advocate, you say you are advocating for Liberians, and you come there to, instead of pointing out the ills and making a recommendation, you who the advocate want to talk to people, you insult, you curse, you abuse, and whatever way in the English language, in your dialect, and whatever language that you think you can do it until you can get away with it, that's the beginning. And we are keeping record of everything. This network, part of that is for us to educate, to inform, to create an eye-opening situation for our society and hold our government and even we ourselves as ordinary citizens to hold us into check. So it is not just only for government, the oppositions. No one is to the exception. This will be a strong warning to all of us in this business because our language, our tone, has the capacity to create chaos and bring lawlessness into our country. You can be an opposition. Learn how to persuade. Your focus now is to pivot towards the 2020 senatorial race. If you feel that this government is not doing anything, and you, the pro-government support, think you are doing much better and you are advocating for the government, you need to start having a conversation and pointing out the goodness, the things the government is doing as well. And also have the courage when the government is falling slack. Talk about those things. Make the information proportional. Do not disproportionate the information. That's how it is. So for those of you who can sit down and insult, and the cheering squad, the listeners, viewer there, yes, we say, don't make it lessy. Yeah, when they don't make it lessy, after 5 years, 10 years, when your country calls on you to serve, even though you are qualified, educational credential, other people will say, wait a minute, this guy here, he said one or two things, so time. We have serious problem with it. I do not know what going to be the decisions of the Senate, but that job is not a good. I listened to the Agriculture Minister Destiny. The madam was so composed, she was so confident, she was so in charge, she was so articulate. So it speaks for him, it speaks for herself. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. I want to thank you so much. Time has caught up with me here this afternoon from the New England Bureau of the Liberia Public Radio. Stay tuned here. The Liberal Progressive of LPR Samson Bloku will be on here this afternoon. Until then, let me take you to La Côte d'Ivoire, legendary Archford, the Giant Gullet, Mr. Great, and all of our beautiful folks there. Lady T from New Jersey. And not forgetting our own LPR Garrison of Tobert Jr. is currently in the nation's capital of Monrovia, chilling with us here, Mr. Toba. Good afternoon. We are doing everything possible we can to get everything done in that country. And sooner or later, we will be more or less active. And that's part of it, to create genuine conversation. To Madam Barclay, thank you so much. All of these people, they are good people that are supporting the work of LPR, Madam Jeanette Menyet, and all of you beautiful people. Please, if you own a business, also show some sort of support to advertise. Amazingly, the Nigerian guy called us, Uncle Musa, and is currently advertising with us. That's part of African solidarity. So if you have a business, you having a function, and you want to get to the world stage, let LPR know, and we will do the rest for us to build a consensus for the good of our for Africa to Liberia, and the support of one another. Thank you so much, and have a pleasant day. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Uncle Musa Grocery, 6523 Woodland Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
I'm a customer of Uncle Musa. I came here to get some things from grocery. Their things are so nice. They never get expired. They are the best quality. They have the best price ever anyone can get. They have so many things like cream, like meat, a lot of kind of meat. We have so many kind, and it's the best grocery store I've ever seen here in Woodland. They are located at the 65th and Woodland. If you want, I really appreciate you guys to come over to come and patronize with us, because they sell the best quality.
Uncle Musa's Groceries on Woodland Avenue, 6523 Woodland Avenue, Philadelphia, PA. Musa's store is composed of varieties of African food as well as Americans, but predominantly African food. You have dry fish, you have cassava, you have yams, you have plantains, bananas, and Musa even goes out of his way to pay people extra to cut the potato grains for customers to save them extra time. Deeper, we have fufu, we have the refrigeration center, then we also have cosmetics. This is a place to come in Philadelphia. If you come to Philly, you don't reach to Uncle Musa's Groceries, you have not made your trip complete. Welcome, and we look forward to seeing you sponsoring our business. Thank you.
This is Uncle Musa's store, 6523 Woodland Avenue. It's the only